All right, I think it's time for us to go explore the Nether. Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Shino, and we are back in all the mods 9 to the sky. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Gerald, you laid an egg. Good for you. I've been just taking the Gerald eggs and throwing them up here. This is not indicative of how many eggs Gerald's laid up here in this series. I just kind of keep XP stuff going, or EMC stuff going up there. And I tend to use a lot of wool, so I got that set up. Let's see. Oh, let's jump over to the bee island. Last episode, we were working over here in the biodome and kind of getting stuff set up here. This is kind of a cool little setup. So you take 4 nests and you can put the catcher right in between it. And you do have to give it a couple upgrades so that it'll catch bees that pop out onto this area right here. But every time a bee pops out, it gets caught. It gets put into, as long as you got cages there, it'll get put into the cage. So that kind of automates the collection and gathering of those bees. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good to see you all. I think I still have, yeah, there's still one more kamikaze bee. There he goes. Do I don't have one on me. But there's one kamikaze bee just took off over there. You'll remember that I had a bunch of bees kind of sitting out here that were staked out. And the reason we wanted to do that is we wanted those bees to become meta-ernal, meaning they'd work during the day and at night. One other thing to realize is that if you leave a bee out during a rainstorm, at the end of the rainstorm, it will also get a rain tolerance set up on it. So I've been able to get some really good stats off the bees. I've got the passive stat. I have rain tolerance. I've already got one of those already done. And then we also were able to get the productivity very high. Now, what you want to do is you want to be able to duplicate those really good traits among all your bees as you're kind of setting this up. Who are you? Oh, you're the kamikaze bee. Cool. So to do that, you need to breed them. So what I've done is you make a honey tree, you add the trait to it, and then you feed it to a bee. So you'll see I've got a slimy bee here that has very high productivity, has a weather tolerance for rain, and behavioral is metaternal. And then I also added endurance, got this one to medium. So I staked that bee out, fed it all those treats, gorged it on honey treats, and got that bee. And then just mixed it with any other slimy bee that I had. Now, I don't care that I've got, really OP slimy bees, because all I'm doing now is I'm letting them go into the baby incubator. And this is what I got to automate next. You need to get honey treats in here. And I think it's like 30 honey treats to do one bee. Yeah, it ain't easy. Start, and I'll throw that in there, and then that'll start the process of this bee growing up to become an adult. And then once that bee becomes an adult, it's then ejected out over to here. And now I've got slimy bees. I've got a bunch of them that are all very high rain, metaternal, and medium. See? So when you breed the bees, they take on the best trait from each category. And so that's what I've been able to do. So now as I'm getting these, all I got to do now is just take them, launch them into this thing, squish them, process them, throw the genes over here. And that gives me the ability to get a bunch more of the exact traits that I want. So now as I go collect the bees that I really do need for making iron and diamonds and dirt and coal and all the resources that we want to automate from the bees. Once we get those, we can feed them all of those traits, and then we're going to have a set of really, really good productive bees. But that's not what this episode is going to be about. This episode, we're going to be going on a Nether visit, and we're going to be doing that so we can gather up loot and spawners and stuffs and things so that we can generate Nether mobs and drops at the sky base, along with the bees that we need. So first things first, we need to make sure we have all the tools and gear needed for our trip. So I think one of the first things that I would like to have is a little better storage capabilities. And I've been putting off these backpacks for quite some time now. There we go. And I would like to go ahead and upgrade it if I could. We're going to need the smithing template for doing that. And hopefully we'll get one in this trip. All right, so we'll put the advanced feeding upgrade in there. We can drop in, and now we can say this. Only feed when player is hungry enough. Feed player immediately when hurt. We're going to definitely do that one. I don't think we'll ever get to like half. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and get that one set up. And then stack upgrade, of course, leave that in there. The void upgrade, we'll set that as we start to see stuff, and we'll set the advanced pickup upgrade. And I do want to make an enchantment table. Let's get a few enchants on our stuff. We're going to be doing a lot more with Apotheosis enchanting after we get done with this trip. All right, that should... I got with Soulbound on that one. Vitality protect. There, I got some fire protection. Cool. I don't really care about that one. Protection and Soulbound. Can I think I can get Soulbound on that? And I would like to see if I can get Soulbound on that. So let's get 2 more levels. Soulbound, cool. And Tombstone Soulbound. What does Tombstone Soulbound do? Okay. We're going to get it. So I do have a Eternal Vigilance, which has sharpness 10 on it. This one only has sharpness 5. I just want to see what would happen in the anvil if we combine these two together. I'm wondering if we can, if it'll allow us. So that gives sharpness 11, mending, looting 5. I was kind of hoping the looting. Oh yeah, because looting 5 is the highest. Capturing and scavenger. I like that. Let's get 66 level, shall we? I like the idea of that. So I am going to put that one in there. I'm going to put that one in there. And there we go. Cool. And then these other 2 diamond swords, I just want to kind of see what we might be able to get out of them. Bane of Anthropods, I don't care that too much about. Leech. Let's go ahead and get it. Yeah, that's all we got off of it. Extra XP from mobs and blocks. Now that's kind of cool. Is that something that we can transfer? Slows and weakens the targets also. XP boost, scavenger. Yeah, it is. 16 levels. Okay. Yeah, let's do that one too. Cool. Okay. Let's do gold boots. Okay, and we are going to need to kind of jump around. So I did make the charge porter, and I've got a spot right here set up. This is from RF Tools Utilities. So I'll be able to jump whenever we need to come back home. And I don't think this will work cross-dimensionally, but we'll find out if it works that way or not. We are going to take with us the waystones. I made several of those during the last episode, so we're going to go ahead and take the waystones with us. Now, I would also probably be remiss if I didn't take a couple of cardboard boxes along with me. You need sawdust for this, which I don't have the access to, but you can use cellulose dust. Cellulose dust comes from cellulose, and cellulose comes from everything that's green or living that you can get out of the world. So I have a dissolver set up, and if I come over here, I have, let's see, we've got a bunch of cactus here that we could probably dissolve up. What do we got up here? Oh, we got lots of bamboo. That's something that we can probably run a lot of to get. So let's throw a stack of bamboo in there. I'm going to let this run while we work on a few other things. Other things that we could do, we've looked at this before. We do not have access to the mob imprisonment tool. I think that would be probably what I would love to have, but I don't have the time to kind of go through the whole thing. And the rubber essence to make the rubber seeds. We need any of the types of rubber. Let's look at this cured rubber. Isn't that something? Yeah, this is something that we can do. This is definitely something we can do. Okay. So we should have then, let's put this into here. And now we can make mob imprisonment tools. Excellent. Let's get 20. Cancel. Let's get 20. Yes. And there's our 20 mob imprisonment tools. Oh, those not stack. They do not. Oh, shoot. That's okay. Lucky for me, we've got a big backpack. Awesome. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I did come into the Nether, but it won't let me go back out of the Nether. Interesting. All right, so let's do, let's bring up our backpack. And it will not let me build out here on the platform either. Okay, well that worked. Thank goodness. Yeah, I actually jumped through. I went through kind of a whole, hey, we're getting ready to go through there, and I didn't record it. And so I was like, oh, and I need to go back and record. But then I got stuck and it wouldn't let me through. Not really sure what's going on there. Kind of nervous. But I was saying that why, you may be wondering why I've got so many of the deep learners. Each deep learner can hold 4 of the model frameworks. And so you can have, as long as you've got these in your inventory like this, and you can have actually more if you wanted to put, you can have one like in your curio, you can have one in your offhand. But as long as you've got the model frameworks for them and they're loaded into them, then you can go out and just start hacking and slashing on whatever you want. And then whenever it'll start adding to all of them at the same time. So that's what I am going to be doing with that. Now I'm a little nervous about what to expect. Arrows. Give me 2 stacks of arrows, and then we're going to throw 2 more stacks in our backpack. Like that. Cool. Okay. Let's try this again. All right, I got a way to get back in case something bad happens. I'm not going to need that. Oh, my time in a bottle. You know what? I don't want to lose my time in a bottle at all. Let's make sure we've got it soulbound also. Yeah, we don't want to lose that one either. All right, let's try this one more time, shall we? See, I'm getting that message that says linked network cannot be found. And I'm not sure exactly what that means. I think I got a bugged. I think I got a bugged nether. Yeah, some doesn't seem to be working right here. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I don't have a flint still with me. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that got me out of there. Network not powered. Oh, I know what that's from. I know what that message is from. So that's let's see if we go to that's for the power network. Okay. I got it. All right. We're gonna go back through. Cool. Okay. We're going to need to fly off in one direction or the other, and let's see how far we got to go before we find something. I will be back when I do. If you're enjoying watching the video as much as I am enjoying making them, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It'll help out my channel a lot. Thanks. All right, so I have now found another fortress, and I've also found what looks like to be a bastion, which is cool. So we're going to be going over those. Let's head over here to the Nether fortress first. And let's go ahead and gather up some of the stuff that we're going to need for the mobs over there. So I'm going to go into my backpack. Let's grab, oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's grab those. And let's grab also 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. I should have probably should have made that also so that I could I should have enchanted that one also. Thinking about that. Yeah, should have done that. Okay. Let's go up here first. Go ahead and grab you. Boink. Got one of those. Let's grab one of you. Gotcha. What else we got along here? Piglin. Zombie Pigman, let's get you. And I was kind of hoping there was a ghast or something around here. Not seeing any. There's a magma. I'm not really concerned about the magmas. Out over here. Anything else? Not really. Not so far. That's okay. We will let's get up out of their range here for just one moment. There we go. Let's take a deep learner. Open that thing up, and we're going to put this in there. Cool. And let's go nuts. Get out of range here for 1 second. Let's go ahead and grab some mob imprisonment tools also. Go and grab 3 of those. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm also going to grab another one of these. Doink. And doink. There we go. Let's go into our backpack. And I'll throw you back up into there. So we've got, now we've got a blaze that's been captured. I want to grab a wither. And did I get, it doesn't look like I got one. Let's see if we can grab another one here. There it is. Cool. I'll put that one in there as well. We're going to drop this in a waystone in here as well. So we've got a spot for our nether fortress.
I can see you from behind. You can hear me in your mind. Run so fast as you can go. Time will catch you before you know. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? You know, I am you. I'm coming closer. I will catch you. The time it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? You know, I am you.
Shoosh. Excellent. Good little adventure. Now I got a lot of stuff to clean up out of here and kind of straighten up. So let me do that and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. 4 seconds left and we'll have our bees. Sweet. Whoop. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and do this a few more times. This is actually, I've already gotten 2 of them done. So I got a ghostly and a glowing, another glowing, ghostly, and a glowing. So I've already got, you know, a good number of bees, but I'm going to keep going here. I got this little area set up and protected. So shouldn't cause us any problems from anything from the bees either escaping or from anything getting here to us. So we can work here in quiet. So the purpose of today's episode was to get as many ways possible to be able to spawn mobs in the future using some of the different mods that we have built into the game. Being able to get mob drops and resources in different ways is going to help us to be able to get through a lot of the end-game quests as we go along. And having access to a mob on demand is useful for farming certain drops specifically and if needed in large quantities. These specific tools that we use for capturing the mobs will allow me some versatility down the road and being able to set up fun and profitable mob drop farms. And speaking of being profitable, let's just take a look at what we've been able to accomplish on this. So as far as spawn eggs go, we do have got those zombified piglin spawn eggs and a wither skeleton spawn egg. We did get 3 of the smithing templates, and we're going to automate those here real quick before we go. 13 wither skeleton skulls, but you know, I'm not too worried about that. We got a ton of wither skeleton skulls. As far as our mob imprisonment tools, we got a zoglin, we've got a wither skeleton, there's a piglin, there's a ghast, there's a blaze, and there's another zombified piglin. Lots of other drops in here that we were able to pick up, but let's take a look at some of the gems that we got. So from Apotheosis, we did get, that one's a chipped, it's green, so that's what, uncommon, I think. There's a unique that we got. There's another unique that we got. Here is a rare unique. That's pretty cool. And there is another rare. Anything else? Oh yeah, and here is, look at that one, an epic, the lunar gem. We got an epic one, so that's awesome. And then from our deep learners, you can see we do have a superior model already. Can I open this up? I can. We've got a superior model for the wither skeleton. We've got an advanced one for the zombified piglin. So we need to get some more of the gas, but we do have we've got the basic one already set up for the magma. We've got advanced for the zombified piglin and superior for the wither skeleton. This one we've got, again, 2 more wither skeletons. Both these are advanced, and we've got a magma cube that's on a basic on this one. And then on this one, we've got superior on that blaze, superior on that blaze, superior on the on that one, and then self-aware already on this wither skeleton. So we're gonna be able to drop those in and start getting wither skeleton skulls, blaze rods, all kinds of cool stuff right off the bat. All right, automating these templates is going to be something I want in my life, and it's a little different than anything else. So for example, if you were to set up the recipe for the template, it would look like this, right? And so you could do that, and then you could throw this up into here. And now you can come up right here and say, hey, give me a crafter, right? Give me 2 of them, but it won't work because you got to have one in there. So we don't want to ever have a situation where we run out of these templates because they're not easy to get. And you know, the obvious solution is, you know, hey, like I've got upstairs, which I probably need to do anyways. Just go ahead and have one, you know, kind of stored in here. As a emergency backup, just in case something, you know, bad happens, right? But that's not every time I want to make these. I don't want to have to run up there, grab it, do the craft, put one back in. It just doesn't work for me. So that recipe right there is not going to work for me. So we're going to get rid of that recipe and say, yeah, go away. We're going to do this a different way. Let me clear that out. We're going to do this a different way. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this pattern provider down on the bottom. I'll put the crafter tier 3 on top of it. And then we're just going to come right off from this one right here. All right, now I'm going to take some pipes and I'm going to put a pipe on there. And put a pipe on there, and there, and there. And we're going to set this one here for extract. And we're going to need a pipe upgrade for that. Probably don't need to go with the ultimate, but I did anyways. So what we want to do here is we want to do round robin. Round robin tells it that it's going to send it to all the destinations that it can go to. And that's the output. That's going to be an input, and that's going to be an input. So now we can go into this recipe here, and we're going to put this on external, and we're going to choose that recipe right there, and we're going to apply. Okay, so we got a recipe now for 2 smithing templates. Now let's go right over here. We're going to set this recipe up as a processing pattern using 7 diamonds, 1 netherrack to get us 2 smithing plates. Cool. So we want to put this recipe in the pattern provider, and we're going to put 1 of those up there. Cool. So now what should happen is we'll hit the wireless crafter. We'll go here and we'll say make us 2. And we hit start. I know it happened like really super fast, but so what's happening is when I'm going to take this one out. So we'll have the smithing templates, but anytime we need one, we can only run this as one at a time. I think that's probably the only limiting thing that I can come up with on this, but that's okay. It's going to make 2 when it gets, so when it tells it to craft, it's going to send this stuff over, and it's going to take that's already in there, put it in that spot. So now there's going to be 0 in there. It's going to make 2. One's going to go back into the crafter, and one's going to go back into, or one's going to go back into the pattern provider, and one's going to go back in here. I wonder if I set this on blocking mode. Ooh. Well, let's try that. I'm going to try, let's make 1. Okay, blocking mode won't work because it won't put the other items back in there. Yeah, okay. Interesting. But anyways, we do have this automated now, so whenever I need smithing templates, I can do it. I just have to make 1 at a time. That's going to work for now. I mean, if you know a better way of doing it, please let me know. This is just something I was trying to think of how to do this, and that's the best solution I came up with for now. So if you know a better way, you know, leave me a comment down below. I'd appreciate it. Okay, let's go and take a look at our quest line of everything that we've done. So we've done a lot of stuff on the bounty board, which is not a big deal. You know, spending all that time out there, killing stuff, farming. Yeah, cool. That one's all done. Let's go to tips and tricks. I did make the personal shrinking device. I love those things. I don't know why it took so long to make one. Says there's another tip or trick here that I haven't collected yet. Compact machine. Oh, for the personal shrinking device on that side too. Yeah. Getting started too. So we have now made the diamond upgrades, and we've also made the netherite upgrades. So that's cool. We are almost done with this chapter. Probably just maybe 1 or 2 more episodes, and we'll have this one all the way done. Says there's something else here. Oh, there it is. Smithing template. A couple more pieces of ancient debris. And we did go through making all the backpacks in this episode, so we can go ahead and clear these all out. And we should have some upgrades. Oh, I never did mark the functional storage, just started on that one. We can clear that all off too. And we should be able to mark this one also. And then applied energistics 2. I made the MEIO port the other day, and we've got the wireless terminal. And we've done some advanced smart cables. A couple additional from Powa. And then we did get starting into our enchanting. We've got a lot more. We're going to spend an entire episode just going through that. Really happy with the amount of progress that we made today. Next episode, we're going to be setting up several different farms for farming the Nether stars. All right, folks, thanks for spending time with me. This is Shino, and we will see you in the next episode. Take care.